G'day, everybody. It's one day to the end of the month. It's the 27th of February. It's not a leap year, so that means it's only 28, and we lost a few days there. But anyway, that's another game, and they're all getting hammered at the moment. They're all reporting big squalls, so that's kind of interesting out of the bag because they're sort of a little bit along from the doldrums. It's just the power. I think it must be just the power of the trades, the northeasterly trades, hitting the hot temperatures. They're a couple hundred miles offshore, but it's the Amazon region and who knows what. But anyway, they're getting there, and I just grabbed some photos just to remember where they were. That's Sun Bear over in Tahiti, long time ago. That's the wharves in Tahiti, I think. On the other side, yeah, it is, because they got very low to the water there. Global warming's going to screw them if it gets seawater rise. That's Kappa-Chene, and is that in the Marquesas? Yep, I think that's Marquesas. There's Jazz on number 2, and see the lady did swim all the way around, and it was crazy. She stepped out of the water as if she hadn't even started at the end of the race. So super fit, obviously. She was all greased up when she jumped off, but good on her. She did it. Yeah. Anyway, it was great. Good to see someone's finally got around and took Jazz's record. There you go. That's in the Marquesas again. Coconut with the old paint job. I cracked a joke the other day. He's actually been up in Richards Bay, I think it was, in South Africa, and he's got a full paint job now. Now, I told people it was going to be black, but of course that could never be the case. But he's got a brand new hull job. But that means he's lost the La Saab de Lone sticker, and the number. So he's losing his GGR identity. Woohoo. And number 2 and Trekker there and so on. Anyway, he'll be underway soon. He's not coming over to Antigua. That was just a random photo I picked up off my group. The events, entrance, and here's a little secret. Don't tell anyone. There's a new event coming in April. Woo. I didn't say that. Anyway, and there's origami. Where was that? I think that was in. I think it's in Tahiti. Yeah, that's in the lagoon of Tahiti, just by the entrance. We've anchored there quite a few times. Very nice spot, crystal clear water. Eric again. That's in Durban by the look. I think yes, Durban. I think. And Christian with his beautiful Christmas tree boat, looking like he's in a mess. Where was that? Still building the boat along the way. I forget where that was. Can't pick it. Can't pick it. Anyway, Trekker Marquesas is getting underway, and cruising boat, cool little cruising boat. 3 people in the cockpit having fun. And where was that one? Is that Marquesas? I think maybe Tahiti. No, that was on the marina. I think it's Marquesas. Anyway, there we go. Just to distract while we're waiting for people to turn up, and I will go straight to that trophy there, that Trekker model. That's the perpetual trophy for the MGR. So that's getting packed shortly because we leave here on Sunday to go to Paris and then fly out early the next morning. So here we go. You're on the tracker. Now I'm on the tracker. And looks like we've got everyone on time on the tracker positions. Jazz is on 12:01, doing 5.5 knots. There's a bit of yellow around the place, so it's quite windy. And 124 miles in the day. They've been sitting in the current really well, so I thought it would have been better. 130 miles for Eric, and he's on time, doing 5.9 knots. Pretty cool. I should make it bigger so you can see it if you're on the phone. There'll be little bits there. And Josh, 142 miles. The current's really pushing them along a bit. 6 knots. Kerry over the other side, desperately trying to put skin back in the game. He's feeling better now. He's finally racing again. Oh, there's 4 o'clock position. Why is he bloody down? Everyone else is up. Right, I'll work out a approximate position in a minute. I'll go through the fleet first and see what times are. 8 o'clock. Bloody hell. I thought we were back on track. So there's something going wrong there as well. That's cool. 138 miles. So he's four hours ahead of that. I'll bring that 12 o'clock. So I'll do both of those 2 off the clock later. Christian, 6.3, 142 miles. Adam, 6.3, 144 nautical miles. Jacob, 6.4, 148 miles. All these guys are on time, and the leaders up the top are the same. Dan, 148 miles and 6.5 knots. And Peeler, 6.8, 157. Jeepers. I was just going to say. Okay, Renault's 153. So Peeler's been pushing it hard. She gave a short post, and she had plenty of reason. This is funny how your psychology works. She had all the reason in the world to write a long post, right? And I'll read it in a minute. And it was a short post, and I thought either she's sailing hard and it's a pain in the butt to write an update because she's due to write one, or she is, just sailing hard. Not interested. She'd rather keep going, and she's the fastest for sure. 6.8 against Renault's 6.7, so that's a little bit faster. She's done 157, tailing him, so the current will be equivalent, and he's done 153. So that's 5, 6, 7. It's only a couple of miles difference, but they're still very close. She's still very hungry. Dan can't catch her, and I'll do it two ways just to see what we've got. Distance to the finish, 159 for Peeler and 146. So that's 13 miles behind. It's not very far if Renault just decided to anchor. 13 miles, only 2 hours. But when they're both going fast, it's actually a long way. Half a knot, that's a full day. If there was half a knot difference, it'd take her more than a day to catch Renault. And then you say half a knot's not much. It's a huge amount if everything's working well. But if something goes wrong, if Renault makes a mistake or a sail pops or something like that, it doesn't take long to catch up. So it's not over yet for this leg. And Dan, if she's 13, Dan must be about another 20 miles behind. So she's basically, hang on, I'm going to measure the distance to see if it's similar, transom to transom. That's near enough. Yeah, 13 miles. Same thing. So Dan, transom to transom, if we pull it over there, about 36 miles behind. So Peeler's doing well. She's in a strong position and absolutely hunting down Renault. That's fun. Okay, so now if we come back here, and I'll try and just give you the real position of Kerry. He's on 4 o'clock, and he should have been on. So 4 o'clock, he's 4 o'clock doing 6.4. 6.4 is 24, 25, 26. So he's 26 miles every 4 hours, and it's 12. So that's 26 and 26. Is near enough to 50 miles further along the track. So 50 miles for Kerry is about here somewhere, I think. No, a long way. Okay, he's pushing it. So 50 miles. Kerry's right up, closing in on Adam at the moment. So that's pretty interesting. 50 miles. Adam's 144. Yeah. 6.3, yeah. So that's where you're looking at Kerry. He's hanging out behind Adam. Okay, and Entrant is still on 8 o'clock. We're doing, so 5. So for 21, 22. He's about 22 miles further along. So 22 for, let's see, 22. He's still quite a bit in front of Christian, because Christian's on track there. So that's where Entrant will have been, and Kerry is up here somewhere. So he's pulled up a bit of ground there, which is pretty good. We'll just now take it back and see what's happening in the next couple of days, and I'll show you the current. They've nailed it. They're sitting right on the current at the moment. So currents, boom, there it is, right on it. And Kerry's pushing that through for sure. He's up there at the moment, sitting in the current, the maximum stream. They all pretty much are. Even Josh is following the leaders. Talking to Eric the other day, he'd look at he looks at Renault every day. This is his navigation. He calls up Renault's position, looks at the latitude and longitude, turns it into a waypoint, and goes bing, and then that's where Entrant steers for the next 24 hours. So Renault is navigating for Entrant. It's quite funny. He says, "Yeah, I've been doing that all the way." He just looks at where he is. That's where I need to go, boom. And so that's kind of fun. And they're all getting a big shift there on the current. That's going to, I'll just put it back. You can see they're going to hold that all the way through. They're only 200 miles off the Amazon, but they're not too much worried about that. Normally, safe distance is about 300 miles out here somewhere, but they're strong little boats. Touch wood, hope they don't hit anything, and so on. But there you go, and I don't think the current's going to change much. Nope. We just pick up at different times, a little bit, but generally they're sitting in the biggest bit there. So the current is doing them well. For wind, it's going to get a bit windier. I can see the yellow there. I'll build that up one more time, and then first of all we'll come forward 150 miles. That's 230. Okay, so I'll go to 300. So 300 there. So in 2 days, Renault's going to be around about there somewhere. So that's the zone we're looking at for the weather. Now I'll pull the wind back to now. So we're about here in 2 days. That's the current weather, and you can see there's plenty of wind coming. I should do that every 3 hours. It's backing off a bit. So we're on to the 28th. Okay, so that yellow is, it's still there. It's about the same. Oh, it's going to get windy the next day. It's on the 1st, so 27, 28. Yeah, they're going to get more wind. They're going to get more wind for sure. And what about the waves? Oh, yeah, it's gone into 3.5. So sea state is quite solid there. And they're driving into it, so I think they're going to get a rough ride for the next couple of days. A little bit more so than it is now. Okay, and then so that we've done the wind, we've done the thing, and let's have a look at the clouds and see what that's saying for any hints on the Squalls. Oh, full on, big holes everywhere. So it's overcast, driving, squalling, which I thought was kind of interesting because let's have a look at the trade. Oh, there's a band here. See this funny one here, the colours and stuff? That's all rain. I wonder if the pressure's going to show that. Nope, it's pretty straightforward. So we come back to the wind. Yeah, it's because this is the doldrums here behind them. So that's local squalls. Just the power of the. This is the doldrums. It's sort of they're out of the doldrums now. This is local weather. So, but I was surprised at the reports that are coming in. Okay, so we've done the next few days' weather, we've done the currents, we've done the clouds, you can see what's going on. It's not hard work, but it's surprising for some of them. They're getting caught with the sudden shift of wind strength. I think it's generally holding the same direction, but squalls will go around in circles and then settles down after that. But they're having to experience something they haven't done for a while. That's okay. Let's just look at the leaderboard and the ETAs. They're 150 miles. Really pushes it up a bit, but as long as they don't get there before the 6th, we're fine. Distance sail, we'll do it from the start because it's the best average. So they're looking about the 7th. Renault's still on the 7th late in the afternoon, which is perfect for us. Dan, it's pretty much straight down the line as we see it, but there's some big holes there on Entrant and Kerry, which we knew about. Anyway, yellow brick are onto it. There's some confusing bits there, obviously. So it is a bit frustrating, but that's fine. Yellow brick do a great job. Can't think of anything I need to show you there, so I'll come back here. I'm off the tracker. Here I am. Get rid of that, and I will read you the Entrant reports first. Entrant sent stuff as well. What's she up to? Okay, Entrant reports first. We go right back here. Jane actually printed. We got a French one, and I forgot to translate it from Renault. Okay, I don't think yesterday, Kerry. I'm losing track of time. That was 2 o'clock. What is that? Hang on. Yes. Anyway, I might read it again. I'm not sure whether it has. Skookum. This is yesterday. The days have been pleasant enough with enjoyable beam reaching moderate winds. I think I've already done this. The nights, on the other hand, have found me drifting in non-existent wind and pouring rain. Currently hard on the wind with feelings of nostalgia for my passage from the US to Antigua last January. You might remember that he had all this bloody upwind work. He nearly gave up two days after the start. He was going to chuck it all in and not even do the MGR. And he's just talking about the headwinds he had trying to get to Antigua for the start. And then Christian made a funny one. Do you miss it? Anyway, that's his comment to Josh. And Josh, I'm looking forward to going upwind, he said. I'm tired of downwind sailing, he said. I'm definitely hitting those words today. That's from Josh, because he copied that from a previous message a long time ago, getting bored in the trades. But it's not the case anywhere there. Now, Renault, jeepers, my French is bloody hopeless. I had to find out what anyway. Bonjour, route is enjoying the route. Salut, Montagne avec vagues, requirement passage is having a tricky passage. Encore 1,300 miles. 1,300 miles done or to go. I think it's to go. And come avec Quatre de l'autre. He's laughing. I'm not sure what he said, but it must have been funny. Anyway, sorry, Rene. Captain with Avon les moustaches, 50% plus. Oh boy, someone else is laughing. Who gave him a laugh? Peeler gave him a laugh. So I'm not sure. This is a bad one. I can't translate that. Sorry. I'll try and get a translation for it tomorrow. Origami. You probably saw the photo of the big cloud and the squall. So Origami, 26th of February. Photo depicts an advancing squall while pundits ponder plot Neptune. Neptune takes a dim view of hubris and admonished the fleet with some nasty squalls as we crawled out of the southern hemisphere. I made my peace with him, sharing a tot of rum during the middle watch as Origami recrossed the equator. Today we are rewarded with brisk trade winds and a surprisingly large swell. What a difference a day makes. Gone too is my fever. Only a chesty cough and fatigue remain. It's good to be focused on the chase again. So he's back in the hunt. Sunbear today. Okay, we're into today now. Sunbear, Friday 27th, moving along, had 24 hours of squalls and rain, some up to 45 knots. All is well on Sunbear. All the best, Eric. So he got some big stuff there. Peter Punk. The storm I went through was the strongest in intensity and duration I've ever experienced. Visibility was zero all night due to the amount of rain and humidity. To avoid having my wetsuit inside the boat, I would go out into the cockpit wearing as little clothing as possible, then come back in and dry off with a towel. The humidity is almost always above 90%. That's exactly what I used to do in the tropics. I'd just take it all off, go out naked, and then just dry off. I'd get a bit chilly, but that was a good feeling. So there's some big winds there. And today, coming through very shortly ago, less than an hour ago, from Jacob. BB is moving along peacefully. She was built for these weathers. Keeps me dry and safe so I can enjoy proper sailing conditions. Bit bumpy, all right, but in steady pace. Still managed to cook proper food and have plenty of time to read. That's cool. Christian, Argo, the squalls with 40 plus knots and lots of rain are gone for now. We are going pretty much upwind, but are making good progress due to the currents. Lots of movement in the boat. I try not to do more damage to my shoulders. Upwind is happy for Christian because he lost his A7. I think it was the A5. Popped it before. So pretty much upwind. It's not hard on the breeze. It's interesting because on the tracker, it's showing it's on the beam, but it's obviously forward of the beam. But sort of upwind on a 580 with old stretch sails. If you get it to 50 degrees or 60 degrees even, that can feel like you're going upwind. And they've got a fair bit of breeze, so it's just cracked off upwind, I reckon, and they're still making good speed. Jane just sent me a message. Here we go. Translation from an old message for your live. This is from Jane. Hello, Chapeauchenet is playing leapfrog on the road, constantly bouncing off the waves. 1,300 miles to go. I'm going to end up like the doer with one leg shorter than the other. That's why he was laughing. Capuchinet and I are twitching our whiskers. We're getting closer and closer to the stable. Okay. and he's got Peeler closer and closer right behind. So I bet he's looking over his shoulder. I really hope Peeler can find something and pull it out of the bag or whatever. I don't know. It'd be fun to have someone win at least one leg. No offence, Renault, but jeepers, how about it? Come on, crack on. Just slow up just a little bit, but don't tell anyone. Shh, then Peeler can win one. Okay. Live from Chesapeake. Good on you, Jonathan. Rogust. Hello from Boston. Good day. I had some friends there. Kathy Giblin. When I was, anyway, still great friends there. Yeah, long story. Hello from Baltimore. John Singletree. Anita Clover, thanks for all the great updates. Cool. Yeah, I have as much fun as everyone else. There was something I wanted to tell you. Oh, Tapio. Tapio from Galliana. Now, Tapio's hero sailor. Unbelievable amount of stuff he's done. Whitbread's Golden Globe race twice. His boat sunk in the second one in 22. Then Galliana is a Swan 55, which he entered in the Ocean Globe race and did really well. He's now in Antigua. He's there right at this moment, so he'll be there when we get there. And we might, we were talking about a few things. So anyway, he's going to be there as part of what's going on. We'll see what happens. Maybe we can go out, cause I shouldn't say anything until I won't say anything until we work out what's happening. But there's some special features about his boat. Beautiful boat. It's actually historically rated. Swan 57. Swan 55. It's an S&S Swan 55. It was one of the classic yachts. It's all yawl, and it's got a historical rating on his boat. It's sort of like a floating museum. He's been awarded that privilege for the boat. So anyway, I digress. Thanks to go Christine. G'day, Christine. Good morning from Dominican Republic. On your way. See you soon, no doubt. Like and share. Yeah, like and share and get on there. It's nearly all over, but that's all cool. All the more followers we get, the better. Jonathan, hi. Question: are there 9 penalties to apply for the finish that will interfere with the time? Maybe. Stay tuned. But anyway, we'll see. Warren, with no doldrums, are there not many passing lanes? Yes and no. That's a good point. But you can see what happens here with the squalls, and you never know what the wind's going to bring. But the short answer, if I had to give a yes or no, I would say it's probably right. There's no big opportunities left to make a huge weather decision. I think you'll find Kerry's the one always looking for something different, but I think in this case he's pretty much stuck with it. It's like follow the leader again, but let's wait and see. Never over till the fat lady sings. But what I might do, in reference to previous one from Jonathan, when I get a chance, I'll do a bit of a catch up and just remind us where the differences are. I know Peeler was a day and a half behind Kerry, and we know where Dan was. I think he was about 3 days or a couple of days behind Renault. So I'll just do an estimated update on one day after a particular track and say, right, at the moment, based on these current positions, based on the 4 o'clock positions, here's the real time. And I'll just review that and see where everyone's sitting. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. How far ahead is Peeler of Kerry on time? Well, it's all the time becomes boat speed, and boat speed on the day with the weather. So, in fact, it's a good point because I'm going to take you back to the tracker to answer that one, and then I can give you an answer because I want to know too. So you're on the tracker, and I'm coming on the tracker. There it is, and I'm going to measure it off just to let you see roughly what it is. I need to get down here and build it up a bit. So here we go. Okay, so Peeler is currently no, Kerry's not in the right position. Kerry was up about here somewhere, about 79 miles. Okay, so that's about 14 hours at 5 knots. So Kerry's still got like a day, I think. She was about a day and a half. But I'll actually have a look at that. So when we come back to the next tracker, I'll know, I'll just remind myself exactly what the differences were, and then you can look at that. But with these speeds and that distance, that's only about it's only about 13 hours or something. So Kerry's still probably got about a day up his sleeve. Yeah. So anyway, right, I'm coming back to me. Uh, Back here. Have a peeler. Okay, Anita. Bravo Zulu Carey 6+. Bravo Zulu. Oh, Bravo Zulu. That's yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks. Carey 6+ knots is finishing strong. Yep. Okay. Kathleen checking in from the Gulf of Mississippi. G'day, Kathleen. Love your latest paintings, by the way. They're pretty cool. Trekker, hello from Trekker. Oh, hello, Ayrton. Jeepers. I hope you got my email. that's important reading there, Ayrton. Anyway, the current charts are based on temperature. The current charts are based on temperature, so may not be 100% accurate, but great to have them. The current charts are based on temperature. I'm not sure what one you're referring to there, whether it's the doldrums or the current charts are based on temperature, so may not be 100% accurate, but great to have them. Oh, you're talking about currents. Yeah. We always say that sometimes the graphic is not exactly right, but it's pretty reasonable usually. They're monitoring of that sort of stuff. Like so, like with the fine gradients, they pretty much work it out. They only go a couple of days forecasting. They'll only give you a forecast on current for about 2.5 days, and then they stop. But it looks like that's a consistent river in that area as well, so to speak. Christine, hi Donna, we'll be there on the 3rd of March. Looking forward to doing. Yep. Okay. Hi Roberto. Hi Don. I think you can translate straight away. I'm sure you can find the way. Yeah, but I get too many other things going on, and I could. But I try not to break it because if I do that, people get bored as well. But Jane's already there. She's in the other room. We've been busy, jeepers. Anyway, at least Josh isn't battling the Gulf Stream this time, and the current, and the current's with him. Absolutely. So he's doing a good thing. It's funny when you look back on that though, and Eric was the same. It just seems like so long ago. Sometimes it seems like yesterday, but sometimes it seems like a year ago. Or it was a year ago. Laura, watching from Durban. Okay, can't believe the end is near. Going to be weird not checking YB every 4 hours. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Sid, good morning from a sunny Portsmouth. Sunny Portsmouth? Sid came to give us a hand to take the life rafts off Explorer. That was interesting. The life rafts weigh about 110 kilos or something. Okay, that's Kerry's manager. And he's going to help us find some crew later on when we bring Explorer back to us Abdalone. Christine, I went in Galiana on Galiana. It would be great to go out again. So you haven't got an invite, Christine. Don't be so presumptuous. Why would you be invited out on Galiana? Crikey's. Joke. Anyway, let's see what happens. But yeah, it's good to see Tapio there. And we'll see. We hope to have a revamp, maybe Galiana and all that sort of stuff. We'll work it all out. Cheers. Hello, cheers, Warren. Hello to all the American East Coast followers who know we have a 7-8. Right. That's because you're on the East Coast. Yeah. Hello to all the American East Coast followers who now have a 7 a.m. tracker update. Yep. Good to be here. Cheers, Warren. Yep. It's kind of funny the way we set the times, and maybe we can change them in the next edition in 4 years. We'll see. But anyway, it's worked out well. So thanks for following, and thanks for all the East Coast followers that always checked it out on after it was live. So we've been pretty lucky. It's we've got quite a following there, and a lot of places I go. They say, "I know that voice." Who's that? Okay, that's all. So yes, we'll be here. Our planning is. We'll be doing the tracker update tomorrow, and then I think I'll get one in on Sunday because we do the train after midday. So up to Paris, and so Sunday, then there won't be one on Monday. We're in the air, and then we should be back on for Tuesday. So that's it. Okay, have fun. Thanks for following. Jeepers. We want that one. Why is that there? Get that off. I'm doing this for training. What? I'll go with that one. There you go. See you later.